Hey, what's happening? Let's take a look at how to start to jam with the pentatonic scale. We'll do some basic rules of phrasing like call and response and learn to create some melodic phrases. And then we'll put on a backing track with a looper and see how that goes. And then we can talk some about how to create your own riffs that you can build songs upon. Let's take a look. All right, so the pentatonic scale is pretty simple if you don't know it. In the key of E minor, if we play 12-15 on the low E string, then 12-14 on A, 12-14 on D, 12-14 on G, 12-15 on B, 12-15 on high E. It looks like this. Backwards. We'll play fret 12, then 15 on the low E string, and then it's going to be 12-14, 12-14, 12-14, 12-15, 12-15. Backwards. So from that, we're going to create some phrases. We're going to use a few techniques, maybe a hammer-on, which looks like this. You simply take your finger and hammer another finger on. And a pull-off is sort of the opposite of a hammer-on. It looks like this. You have to pull towards the floor. If you pull in a direction of the floor, you get more volume like this. Then we have a trill, which is a hammer-on followed by a pull-off, or vice versa. Let's throw in a slide as well. That's a slide. Okay, we can slide backwards as well. So let's take that and create a few simple phrases. The idea is to do call and response. It's a question answer. I can ask a question. Hey man, did you leave the iron on? Answer. No, I didn't. Leave me alone. I'm watching TV. So our question was, there was the hammer on there. And the answer was, okay, maybe we'll ask another question up here. Maybe answer like this. You might see me using a few other techniques as well, like vibrato and maybe some bends and other things. I sort of try not to do that, but it's kind of baked into the cake at this point. So question, answer. Here's another question. Answer. Okay, so you can do something pretty cool just by doing that. I'm going to say, do you like lasagna? Why, yes, I do. It's quite tasty. Okay, so now if we put a little backing track on in the background, going on like this, it's simply E minor, and G and A minor, C and D. So these are chords, you know, it's like E minor, actually it's an E minor add 9, looks like this. Then G, A minor, C, D. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know why I'm saying boom, but anyway, so that's our backing track. What I'm going to do is play some simple phrases over top of this, and you'll see how it starts to sound like music. It's really easy. Okay, simple question. That time I asked 2 questions in a row, the same thing twice. Okay, another question. That time I went into a different position of the scale. There's 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, and you can play this across the entire fretboard soon enough. All right, let's try another one. Let's go like this. This time I used an extra note, this F sharp note right here. a C note as well. So you can do a lot of stuff right there in that little position right there. Let's try a different pickup. I used a neck pickup this time to make it sound a little fatter. And I'm going to answer that. And I can try 2 questions in a row. Hey man, hey man, hey man, and then answer. I can do something like. So it's a little more elaborate, but it was kind of like question, question, and then answer. In this position here, I slid into the next position. There's a channel, there's a lesson on the channel about how to do that, connecting positions to the pentatonic scale. You can find that right here. Take a look at how that works. Throw a little bend in there for some emotion. So you can do a lot of stuff with the pentatonic scale. It's really super handy, but it all starts right here with this simple guy. If I walk up and down the scale, even that sounds good. And I can play a little bit with that and create some melodies. Let's try this together. Let's go like this. And then the answer to that. Again. Answer. Now eventually, what will happen is you'll develop your whole own vocabulary with how to do this. And you can play everywhere across the whole guitar. You'll learn how to do this in different keys. You'll learn how to use the pentatonic scale in lots of creative ways across the entire instrument. You can do things like pentatonic substitutions, and you can do all kinds of cool stuff. If you're enjoying today's lesson on how to jam with the pentatonic scale, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. And in the comment section down below, you'll find links to my websites and other guitar resources. Well, let's take a look at how we can write a riff quickly here. If you were going to kind of write a riff you base a song upon, you can do that as well. We do the same position. I'm going to simply go like this. Okay, and that could be a riff for a song right there. You could build drums and bass around that. I simply went. I'm using something called the blue note. That's this flat 5 right here. So I could go like. So let's say I want to create a song. I'm going to go. I'm simply going down the scale. Kind of sounds a lot like Sunshine of Your Love, right? That song's on the channel right here. There's a lesson on how to play that song. Okay, so with this scale, we can create a lot of stuff. You don't have to know very much to begin to play some guitar solos. It's really exciting news, right? If you're just starting out and this is brand new for you and guitar is super intimidating and frustrating, do your regular practicing, practice your chords, practice all that stuff, and then come back and just jam for a little bit. Don't be afraid to be creative and make stuff up. Eventually, you're going to learn how to make songs and albums and CDs and, I don't know, play all kinds of crazy cool guitar solos. But it all starts right with this simple scale, and you can start playing guitar solos like immediately. Almost the very first time you pick up a guitar, you can create a guitar solo just by simply playing these little notes. And you can express yourself and kind of get your feelings out. It's really fun. It's great. I had a student once, he was 11 years old, his first lesson. It's like, Drew, do you ever play when you're feeling sad? And I was like, wow, that kid gets it. He's going to be a great student. All right, have a lot of fun jamming with your pentatonic scale, and I'll see you at the next lesson.